Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is what, July 18th? Oh my God. It's July 18th. How did that happen? I don't know. So I'm live on YouTube again, and apparently the chat room is not here again. So I am so sorry to waste your guys' time. I'm going to find another platform. This is just unreliable. So I've noticed when I play on the replay, after I play for a few seconds, the sound gets all weak and phasey. I don't know if you guys just heard that or not because I can't chat with you. If you want to chat, what we can do is go to the Fans of 65 Amps page on Facebook, which I will do the same thing. And you can send me messages there. Let's see. It says chats. I could start a chat over here. I'm going to create a chat on the Fans of 65 Amps called July 18th Gretsch. And I'm going to start a chat over there. If you can do both on your computer, or you want to do one on your phone, one on your computer. I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on here with YouTube. Had a great interface the first time we did it, even though the sound got messed up. And yeah, shit. I don't know if I have to invite you over here. This is just dumb. I feel like an old fart that doesn't understand technology. But when I reached out to YouTube, their customer service verified that I have a rockin' internet connection. I have a 1 gig internet connection. It's really fast. It's really good. Anyway, I have a different aux this time, courtesy of Miss Cheryl Crow. Thank you, Cheryl and crew, for lending it to me. So temporary loan here. And I can't log into it. So I've just got the basic settings, which sound really good to me. I'm playing the Gretsch through what I believe is a Marshall 412, but I have the 65 Ventura down here underneath. Let's see if you can see it. See that little amp down there? That's a Ventura that is for sale. So, yeah, I'm having fun, except for the fact, you know, it used to be really simple. You just logged in and started doing it, and the chat room came up. Facebook still works great like that, except for it splits the signal, right? It splits my signal. Looks like I'm killing the microphone here. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. It splits the signal. Guitars on one side, voices on the other, and it sounds really hokey and silly. So, if it's not one thing, it's another. So anyway, I'll keep this short then. So Mike and I have the donor amp now for our prototype that we're making. I have reached out to a couple transformer companies trying to get quotes on a power transformer. Hey, there's somebody there. Look at that. Hello from Missouri. Hi, John and Knut Sigurd. All right, you're here. I'm so sorry about YouTube. Can you guys tell me on here, can you guys hear or see the chat room on your end? I got nothing. It says something went wrong, and there's a picture of a monkey with a hammer in its hand, you know. So you can see it. Well, that's astonishing. How I cannot see it, but you can. It's over here on the right side of the screen. There's just nothing there. Gosh darn it. That's really frustrating. Well, I don't want to waste your time. And video and sound is perfect. Okay, good. All right, thanks. I watched last week's replay, and I seemed like I was distorting a little bit. I kind of had everything cranked up too much. So this guitar I really love, just so you know about it. I mean, the Ventura is kind of a go-to, like do anything amp, but it's a pair of 6v6s. You can make it raunchy, you can make it country rock, you can make it jazzy clean, whatever you want to do. And it's a little booger. You can carry it around literally in a backpack if you want. So this guitar, as you guys know, during the recession, we all got a little broke. David Cobb bought my 59 Jet Firebird from me. Maybe one of the favorite guitars I've ever owned in my life. It was just the most rockinest, natural sounding Gretsch. It could do anything. Not to mention, you know, the Neil Young crazy good sounding stuff. Not a huge fan of Neil Young songs. I like them. There's, you know, 10 of them that I really like, but his guitar tone is just stupid. It's so nice. Anyway, Dave Cobb had that guitar for a while. Jason Isbell really loved it and used it on all of his records. And they did some record together that sold like 3 million copies. And that guitar was featured on that record quite a bit. And so Dave called me and said, hey, man, you know, we always have an agreement. We trade gear back all the time. We always give each other first right of refusal. If you want to buy the guitar back or the amp or whatever it is, pedals, I'll give you first shot at it. But he said, I really want to give it to Isbell as a gift because the record did so good and he loves that guitar. And I had no money at the time. We were still coming out of the recession. So I went, yeah, sure. You know what? It's fine. I like Jason Isbell a lot, and that'd be a nice loving home. Maybe someday I'll get it back from him, right? How naive is that? But anyway, so he gave it to Jizbell. That's Freudian slip. Jason Isbell. And he goes around doing interviews with the guitar. It's kind of like his signature guitar. So anyway, I just missed it so much. I couldn't stand it. So the red 59 Jet Firebird that they sell from the custom shop is based on that guitar. I got to tell you, it's not a perfect copy of it, but it's a good guitar. I tend to like the Duo Jet just as well. And I got the 59 Duo Jet reissue from my friends over at Fender. And then I proceeded to do like I do with all my guitars and remove everything off of it and change it for the better. So it's a real Bigsby, not one of the import ones. And I changed this bar. Let me get on camera. This is Callahan German stainless steel bar in there. Makes a big difference. The bridge I bought from StewMac. It's also German stainless steel. It's a roller bridge, but it has the rosewood base, so it resonates like it should. The pickups, I called TV Jones, Tom Jones, right? If you guys have never spoken with Tom, I think he goes by TV so he doesn't get mixed up with the singer. His name's Thomas Vincent Jones, right? And he's so nice. Oh my God, he's such a gentleman, and he's so friendly and accommodating. So he and I had about an hour-long conversation on the phone, and I told him what kind of Gretsch stuff I liked, what kind of recordings of Gretches I like, what Gretches I played that I like over the years. And he made me 2 completely unique pickups. They're probably just a slight variation on what he sells, but because he's got a really good selection. But he kind of tailored it for my nerdiness, right? And a little dusty black guitar gets dusty. And anyway, so did that. I put better keys on so it holds in tune a little better. I had Michael DeTemple make me a bone nut, also reshape the frets. So this thing plays. Easy. I mean, like easy. And I've got 10s on here and they feel like 8s because of the way it's set up so nice. I don't know if it comes across on the internet, but I love the balance of the pickups. I like Gretches that are kind of low output and have this. That kind of spanky thing going on. You kind of hear a little string hitting the neck. Almost a telly kind of spank, but at the same time, if you lay into it, it sounds really good. So paired up with this little Ventura, it sounds really nice in the headphones. I don't know if it's coming across to you that well. Let's see if anybody's on the chat here. I'm on my phone. John and Canute seem to be the only guys participating here on the chat. So again, for those of you watching the recording, I apologize. For some reason, YouTube does not have the chat window up here on the side. It did this last week. I thought, well, surely it's just an anomaly. So if I turn the second tube off here on the Ventura, get more traditional Gretsch, cleaner sound. Again, I don't know if that's coming through really well. In my headphones, it sounds great. I have some okay headphones on. I forgot who makes these. What are these? You guys can see. Which is the even neck breaker. Man, that's some 60s Beatle loving right there. Good chimey Gretsch sound. I think I did this before years ago on the show. And it's goofy, but as I get older, I tend to realize how great the Beatles songs are and how well they're written. That you can translate them or transpose them into different sort of formats. And they work really well. Like I like taking upbeat Beatles tunes and turning them sort of into sweet ballads. And I think the one I used to play for you guys, there's a bunch that I love, but on this one, it works really well on this guitar. Strangely enough, people usually don't guess what that is, which is very simple. Think you've lost your love. Again, I cannot sing quietly, so it sounds funny. Feel free to laugh. Well, I saw her yesterday. You she's thinking of. And you get this weird dissonant tone right here. This is what makes the song. If you listen to the Beatles in good headphones, you can hear this in the background. Hear that right there? That makes it resolve really hard, right? So you go. It can only go to little Bigsby action. Anyway, lots of good Beatle tones and a good Gretsch. Little finger picking cleans up really nice. You lay into it. It's got a little bit of hair around it. Then on this amp, I still have another tube that I could kick in. I don't have a foot switch hooked up, so I'm doing it by hand. But I kick in the extra tube, and I've got good rock and roll rhythm sound. And the amp's on 5. I can make it dirtier. This is max. Which sounds great. I would rather have like that for rhythm sound, and then maybe just throw a booster on it to push the amp harder, you know. To me, that's plenty dirty. For 99% of things most people should play. Unless you're playing metal, of course, and this is not your amp. But you get the idea. So let me look here on the chat window that's on Facebook on Fans of 65 Amps. Nobody else is. I'm so sorry, guys. This is really dumb. I'm going to keep this down to about a half hour. And then I'm going to go actively look for a different platform. I mean, I could record this and it would be perfect. However, I don't get to interact with you guys. And 99% of what I like about this show is interacting with you. See, we know that song, right? Who can sing that high? It's been a hard day. Cannot sing quietly. I apologize. Whoops. Lazy thumb. So guys on the chat room, can you tell me if it's phasing out after I play for like 5 seconds? I know some of you older guys are singing this. Name it. Yes, it's squatching the volume occasionally. Okay. Yeah, shit. That's one more strike for YouTube. Like, I don't know what's going on. Facebook didn't do that. but it only let me have guitar on one channel. So everybody listening on their studio monitors or in headphones only heard me on one side. I just got to pick my poison, don't I? But I've noticed on the recordings, if I only play for like 5 seconds, like it's fine, right? Not even 5 seconds, just a couple seconds. I have plenty of bandwidth. They told me we're broadcasting in 1080p. They said I need like 5 to 8 megabits per second upload speed to make it work. I have 40. So I don't think the trouble is on my end. So my camera's all cattywampus. How'd that happen? There we go. I don't think the problem is here. So, I mean, that's the wrong key. Here's more old guy music for you that sounds really good on a Gretsch, right? Anyway, if you like the sound of these pickups, yes, it's squashing, yeah, in both my headphones and my monitors. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing for YouTube, but I'm apologizing for wasting your time. So I'm definitely going to cut it off at 30 minutes because I feel guilty, to be honest with you. I feel bad. It's a bummer. Anyway, so... wow, I'm hiding my frustration well, or am I not? So anyway, Gretsch, Ventura, Oxbox, old man playing guitar. It's kind of fun. Anyway, back to why some of you you're curious about the prototypes Mike and I are making. So I've got the amp. I can show you the amp. It's really funny. It's one of our earlier prototypes of a Nash Vegas. I don't know if you guys remember us talking about Nash Vegas, but it was a Monterey / Memphis that had internal reverb built into it. And it was a spectacular failure for one reason and one reason only. I could not get good sounding reverb pans. I literally had to buy 15 to get one that sounded worth crap. And I would return them to the vendor that I was buying them from and then say, look, I need some more pans because none of these work right. And they go, okay, sure. And then they would send me the same damn pans back. You know, like I'd get 10 more and 6 of them were the same. So we start putting a little mark on the corner. I started putting a tiny little mark on the corner of it to see if they were sending me the same stuff back. And sure enough. So anyway, it was just too much. And I arrived at the conclusion that I still, here's what I still recommend for guys that love reverb, because this lamp would benefit from a great reverb. I can turn the room on here. Is buying a digital reverb pedal. They're just so much better. And they're better than anything I can build with tubes. And I know there's still some people like, oh, my tubes are the only thing that will ever work and everything else sucks. Yeah, you know what? You're wrong. That might have been true 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. It is not true now. I mean, you can get, for what it would cost me to build you a proper reverb, I would have to raise the price of an amp $500 or $600. I could build you a cheap one, like a lot of guys do, but I can't do that because for $500 or $600, you could go out and buy 3 really good reverb pedals that have 5 different reverbs on them: plate reverb, hall reverb, spring reverb, blah blah blah. Do that. This amp has a little passive effects loop on the front. It's perfect. Stick a verb on it. You have a Nashville machine. Yeah, the room sounds weird on this, doesn't it? Anyway, so I turned the room off. So like all those Who records were a Gretsch 6120 through a Fender Bandmaster in their studio. On stage, he was using high watts. But all that, you know. I mean, that's the sound, isn't it? I seem to get a little more dirt on this without going to the dirty side. Ooh. That sounds pretty close in my headphones. I don't know about you out there, but one of my favorite rhythm sounds. But if I go dirty, kick in the extra tube. Wish I had my foot switch. I know I play that stuff a lot on here, but it just sounds, I don't know why. I've been enjoying playing that song since I was 12, right? Is it ringing that much? I probably went all squishy and shitty before I got there, but man, in my headphones, it sounds really good. All that good stuff. Well, I'm going to carry on for about 2 more minutes and then apologize profusely again. This was just an interim step forward. Gosh darn it. We'll get this going. We'll get it all right. It'll be okay. And then you can also do with this, if you want to go dirty with these good pickups, you know. Cue the bagpipes. Head out on the highway. To the show. But it's Gretsch. That's the way to get is with proper Gretsch pickups. Yeah. This is an amp with 6v6s, by the way. Who can sing that high? Go for it. I'm going to do a 2-way split screen next time, and you guys can sing along. I'm telling you, man. Malcolm Young is maybe my favorite rhythm guitar player, right up there with Keith Richards and Billy Gibbons and guys that could just bang big chords out of a guitar and make it sound good. And Pete Townsend. That's kind of my holy grail of rhythm players, of more later rock and roll guys. You know, the early guys I love, like Chuck Berry. You guys know I'm a Chuck Berry freak. And it's always nice to go. Well, that's 30 minutes. 30 minutes without a chat room. 30 minutes of me just barfing at you. Damn. I'm so sorry this didn't work. I'm going to do more. I've had a really busy couple weeks for family stuff. And Rob Price says, I love my Catlin bred Topanga for reverb. Yes, I've heard that one. That's really good. Not wasting our time. It's been so long and good to see it. Thank you, John. That's really nice. I appreciate it. I mean, I can stick around. I just wish there was a way we could communicate. It's no fun if it's just me. I mean, I can sit and listen to the Gretsch all day through this amp right now on the model that I'm using. We can try some of these other models they have here and see if you like them. I don't know what that is. It's a lot of reverb. I don't know about that. What's this one? I'm digging it. So glad you're back. Oh, thank you, Scotty. Yeah, it's got a long way to go. So I apologize. Another big hall reverb. I don't know what these models are. I can't remember. Ooh, that's not good. How about that? But this is just a good Marshall 412. You know what's embarrassing to admit? I gotta trim my fingernails a little bit. I'm kind of stumbling over a couple of fingernails. Let's see. I love that Gretsch sound. It's so cool. Yeah. Well, crud. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and call it, guys. I'm kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know how to say it in English. Pissed off. That's how you say it in French. People who speak French and are in France or Quebec or wherever know that dumbass people in the United States say, pardon my French, when you cuss. So I'm mocking those people. I don't actually believe that. Well, it's really nice to be here with you and to get distracted from all of the insanity that's going on in the world right now. People shooting at presidential candidates, all sorts of other crazy nonsense. It's very concerning. So instead of talking about that, I don't want to talk about that unless you guys can respond. That is not fair. I'm not super political, other than I am not happy. I don't think it's any secret that I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump's. I don't hate the man. I don't think he's good for many things. I'm also not a huge fan of Joe Biden. I think he's a very nice man who's trying really hard, but he's 81 years old. And boy, I just can't be mad at an 81-year-old guy who's trying so hard, because that's the same age as my dad. And I'll be 59 here next month, and I don't think I could handle that job. It's a 70-hour-a-week job. with ridiculous amounts of pressure, it would wind any of us down to nothing, I think. So I hate this. I won't go into it though, other than to say if you're feeling concerned and you're feeling worried, I'm here to tell you, you are in the vast, vast majority of Americans. For those of you outside of America, I have a lot of friends in Europe, especially, but in Asia and South America, who are also very worried. I get messages almost daily from English friends, Norwegian friends, German friends, Austrian friends, Swiss friends, Italian friends, who are, you meet a lot of people when you're in the amp business. You travel around, do clinics, right? You kind of become friends with some people. It's awesome. But they're all texting me going, what's going on over there? I don't know. I can't tell you. I wish I could. I wish I could explain it, because it all seems so bizarre to me that I can't really. So I would rather sit here with friends like you and discuss guitars and amps. Anyway, I'm selling this amp because these sales are funding the R&D work that Mike and I are doing. So I also have, I think I have 4 whiskeys that we can get together. I have an Empire, which is still here. We have a lot of red, like the lower priced ones, like red Sohos and red London Pros. And we modified those to sound a lot better. There's an original Marquis. I think there's a couple more Londons. And I think there are some Venturas like this, and there might be one Tupelo left. I don't know, man. This guitar sounds really great with this amp. Maybe I'm not going to sell it. Anyway, so if you would like to help us get our R&D back underway, this will do it. I'll catch you a really good deal on this amp. I can't say it live on here, or they're going to want me to charge sales tax on anything. So just message me. I'm on Facebook, all over the place. If you can't find me, you need some help. It's amazing. They have Autobots, in here that auto transcribe these shows. And if I start mentioning something is for sale for a certain price, they are obliged to chase you down for sales tax, especially on Facebook. So that's why it's always like, hey, just message me, instead of listing a price. Because I don't, it's a used thing that I made, right? So I don't need to charge sales tax on it. All right, I went to 40 minutes. I said 30, but I went to 40. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Once again, I sincerely apologize for the chat room not working. What's even more frustrating is you guys can see it and I can't. So you're probably sitting there going, what the hell? Why isn't this dude answering my thing? So I don't see your chats. I don't see your comments. I don't see your questions, other than this little chat room I created over on Facebook, which there's like 4 people on. So how annoying, huh? Wait a minute. There's one more message that came in. Scotty Bratcher. Oh man, the Marquis in the big box. Yeah. Yep, got a real Marquis. It sounds killer. I don't know if you guys remember the Marquis. It's one that kind of got overlooked because we were moving from our original shop to the big shop. And I had not started my web show then. So not a lot of people heard the amp. Very popular amp. We made like 150 of them right off the bat, which is a lot in the hand-wired world. You know, we're happy to make 300-400 amps a year. 1 or 2 years, we got up to 500, I think, right before the recession. And then boom. Oh, you feeling good? You feeling confident? You sleeping well at night? Well, check this out. I'm going to terrify you for 5 years, said the world. So anyway, yeah, I got the marquee. It's 4 EL84s. Hey, nice fretwork. Hope that's not coming through the phone. But it's a great amp. It's 4 EL84s, sort of like an AC30 kind of setup, even though it's not an AC30 preamp circuit. And that thing just throws down and rocks. It's really nice. And then so we can put a master voltage on it. Part of the reason it wasn't a big, we didn't focus on it too much is it was really loud. Like a lot of pros bought it. And even then they're like, man, it's kind of loud. So we did a half power switch on it, just cutting off 2 tubes, you know, which works. It's not the most transparent way to do things. So the output transformer is still looking for 4 tubes. So the impedance changes and that changes the sound a little bit. But anyway, if you're interested, give me a call. We can also modify it or do whatever you want. But that's a rare amp and it sounds good. I mean, sounds good. Like you will dig it. Same with this little Ventura. Somebody give me a call. Send me a message. Help us fund our project. Oh, I'm begging on the internet. Holy shit. I mean, golly gee. I'm not really begging. I'm just telling you the truth. If I were begging, I'd be going, please, please, please. I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you, this is how we're raising money to do prototyping. And then I'm getting a business plan together. And I have 2 things to get intellectual property on that I've already started working, doing the paperwork for and the submissions for that. Have you noticed that this Gretsch guitar has stayed in tune this entire 42 minutes of me beating on it? Have you ever seen a Gretsch guitar do that? I never have. I've never had a Gretsch guitar that could stay in tune through one song. And I've been using the bar and everything. So it's set up. I went nuts on this guitar. It's just got everything on it that I want, and it works really well. And with Tom's pickups and this Callahan bar in the Bigsby and the really nice bridge and the really nice nut, it rings like a bell. It's a good setup. Anyway, I'll quit bragging. I'm just trying to share it with you in case you want to do it. Anyway, I think I'm going to say goodbye unless there's any more questions over here on this, which I don't see. Scotty Bratcher logged on. I'm so sorry, man. This is just such a damn waste of time. I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to tell you. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Oh, headphone here. I have no idea why this is not. I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. I really apologize. I'm going to reach out to them again. But in the meantime, if you guys have any suggestions of platforms that you know work doing this kind of stuff, live interaction with good sound, please reach out to me on Facebook and let me know, or Instagram, whatever. I would love to get some guidance on this because these are 2 platforms that I thought were foolproof. And now I understand that they are foolish. And I'm really disappointed. Anyway, I love you guys. I mean it. Take care. Well, I'm almost out 45 minutes, so almost a real show. Anyway, hope you had fun with the Gretsch and the Ventura. And I will see you next week, hopefully with some improvement. And thank you for coming along on this weird journey with me. I apologize for wasting your time, but it is nice to be here with you, even though I cannot interact with you. So let me know what you think. If you have any ideas, I love good ideas. I will take them all. I am not proud. Okay, fellas, love you, mean it. Take care.